निज मन मुकुर सुधारी। बरनउँ रघुबर बिमल जसु, जो दायक फल चारी। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके, सुमिरो पवन कुमार। बल बुद्धि विद्या देव मोहि, हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीश तिहु लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन वरन विराज सुवेशा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा। हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा बिराजे, कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जलावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर सहारे, रामचंद्र के काज सवारे। लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरत सम भाई। सहस्र वदन तुमरो यस गावे, अस कई श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाँ ते, कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाँ ते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि किन्हा, राम मिलाय राजपद दिन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्र जोजन पर भानु, लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानु। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेली मुख माही, जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होतन आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज समारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाँकते कापे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम बचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों युग पर ताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता, असबर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुवरपुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्तन धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट हरे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूटे बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजे नाथ हृदय मह डेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसो सुरभूप। सियावर रामचंद्र प्रिय हो, राधावर कृष्ण चंद्र प्रिय हो। उमापति महादेव प्रिय हो, पवन सुत हनुमान प्रिय हो। बोलो भाई सब संतन प्रिय हो।
हरि ओम। आनो भद्रा क्रतवो यन्तु, विश्वतो दग्धासो अपहरितास। उद्भिद देवा वयम् वेद साम सद्बुद्धे, रक्षिता पायुरदग्ध स्वस्तये। स्वस्ति न इंद्रो वृतस्रवाः, स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः। स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमि, स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। वृषदस्वा मरुत वृष्णीमातर, शुभं यावानो विदथे सुजग्मयः। अग्निजिह्वा मनवः सूरचक्षुषो, विश्वे नो देवा अवसागमन्यः। भद्रं कर्णेभिः श्रूयाम देवा, भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः। स्थिरैरङ्गे स्तुष्टुवांसस्तनूभिः, व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। शतमिन्नो शरदो अन्ति देवा, यत्रा नश्चक्रा जरसन्तनूनां। पुत्रासो यत्र वितरो भवन्ति, मानो मद्यारीरिषतायुर्गन्तो। यो शान्तिरन्तरिक्षं शान्ति, पृथिवी शान्ति, रापः शान्ति, रोषधयः शान्ति, वनस्पतयः शान्ति। विश्वे देवा शान्ति, ब्रह्म शान्ति, सर्वं शान्ति। शान्तिरेव शान्ति, सामा शान्तिरेधि। एवारेव एवा यज्ञे, एवा इन्द्रः, एवा हि पूषन्, एवा हि देवः। पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, પૂર્ણસ્ય પૂર્ણમાદાય પૂર્ણમેવાવશિષ્યતે. ઓમ શાંતિ શાંતિ શાંતિ. હરિ ઓમ.
જય શ્યારામ બાપુ. જય શ્યારામ એવરીવન. રમાબેન પરિવાર તરફથી ને I would like to invite Ashish, our youngest family member, and purely because of Bapu's Ashirwad, Manasji's wish that we are all gathered here at this કે બાપુ વસ્તુ ભેગી થશે એટલી રિક્વેસ્ટ એઝ અ ફેમિલી અમે કરશું કે આપણે બહુ નસીબદાર છે, ખાલી 300 માણસોને ચાન્સ મળ્યો તો અહીં આવવાનો. આશીષની તો ઈચ્છા હતી કે જેટલા વધારે થાય, પણ આવી કોઈ દિવસ ઇવેન્ટ થઈ નથી આજ સુધી, કોઈ દિવસ નથી થઈ. એટલે હું બધાને રિક્વેસ્ટ કરીશ કે આપણે બધાય બાપુને પર્સનલી રિપ્રેઝેન્ટ કરીએ છીએ, તો યુએનવાળાઓને લાગવું જોઈએ કે કોઈક બહુ સારા માણસો આવ્યા છે. આપણાથી જેટલું થાય ક્લીન, ડિસિપ્લિન, બધી રીતે એ લોકો બાપુને કાગળ લખી કે પાછા ક્યારે આવો છો, આ સેમ માણસોને લઈને એવું આપણે કરશું. બાપુ આપના આશીર્વાદથી તમે હા પાડો તો મિતુલ, રાજુ, શીતુલ, આશુ, કોઈ બીજું કદાચ રહી ગયું હોય તો મનીષ, મીનુ, બધાએ અમે બહુ ગ્રેટફુલ છે કે બાપુ તમે અમને ફેમિલીને આવો ચાન્સ આપ્યો. અને બધાને આવો આવો બોલાવાનો જ હતો. અને અમારો યજ્ઞ કામ બાપુ આશીષ 2 મિનિટ તમે કહેશો ને બોલે, આ બધી એને એટલી બધી મહેનત કરી. એટલે હું કહેતા ભૂલી ગયો, બધા યુએનમાંથી બાપુને કાગળ લખે કે પાછા આવજો ને આ બધાને જ લેતા આવજો પાછા, કારણ કે બધાની ડિટેલ્સ છે એ લોકો પાસે. કોણ પાછું ના આવે એની ડિટેલ્સ હશે, એટલે ધ્યાન રાખ.
Jai Shyam Bapu. Sorry. Jai Shyam, everybody. Jai Shyam Bapu. Thank you, Bapu. Sorry. Thank you, Bapu. તમે અમને નિમિત્ત બનાવ્યા આવી કથામાં. આ કથા ઇમ્પોસિબલ નહોતું, ઇમ્પોસિબલ છે તમારી કૃપાથી. Jai Sriram Bapu, Jai Sriram everybody. Thank you, Bapu, for choosing our family, the Ramaben Parivar, and the 2 new extensions for this historical katha. I would like to thank the United Nations from the Deputy Secretary General's office, Mr. Lee Hayden and the Culinart team, the publicist team, the Uganda mission, and everybody involved to make this a reality. I just want to say that doing this has not been impossible, it is impossible. The only way this became possible and is possible is Bapu. If you genuinely ask us, any of us, Manorathis, of how this happened, we don't know. There is no clear answer. We only know one thing, that with our Sadguru Bhagwan's Kripa, Bapu's Kripa, and Tribhuvan Dada's Kripa, this has become a reality. So thank you, Bapu.
पाइए हनुमंत वीरा कथा कहूमती अनुसार प्रेम सहित गादी धर्म पधारिए पवन कुमार वरराम चंद्र प्रिय राधा कृष्ण चंद्र प्रिय उमावती महादेव प्रिय पवन बोलो भाई सब प्रिय
akhila bisva yaha mora upāyā akhila सब परमो saba mama priya saba mama upajāe saba priya mama upajāe saba mama priya saba mama adhika manuja सबते अधिक मनुज akhila
priya
પોથીના પ્રતાપે ક્યાં ક્યાં ભોગ્યા.
By the grace of God, we all got the opportunity to organize a 9-day Ramkatha in this part of the building of the World Organization, UNO. This is solely and entirely a result of divine grace. I remember, though I don't recall the exact year, it was many years ago, when I first started my travels to America for Katha. At that time, it naturally arose in my mind that I should circumambulate the UNO building while chanting, if I were permitted. And I was granted this permission. Perhaps the witness to this, Asmukh Bhāe, is present here. I circumambulated this building while chanting the name of the Lord. Then, we went to Russia, and there too, a thought inspired by Lord Shiva came to me to circumambulate the Kremlin, and that too was accomplished by the grace of God. Then, in Washington, Chandrakant Bhai Patel, who is no longer with us, was there. I told him that I wished to circumambulate the White House, and permission was granted for that too. We circumambulated while chanting the name of the Lord. However, when I circumambulated here, I never thought that one day, where respected leaders from all over the world sit and discuss global peace, we would get this opportunity. The UNO has 4 main principles, and if we elaborate on them, they extend to 17. This is the place where the principal 4 tenets are discussed, for which this venue was created. It was known that a Katha would take place here, but I was unaware. The Katha certainly knew that I had to come here once, and it brought me here. Along with all of you and my thousands of followers, I remember and bring the good wishes of all my brothers and sisters from my country. We have come here with the blessings of the true saints and sages from the spiritual world of my country. This Katha is not to establish any records. It is not to reach a specific goal, nor is it to make a name in any book. Even if it gets recorded in some book, it would make all other books insignificant, and that is not the purpose. Some people feel that having a 9-day Katha in a part of the UNO building is a great thing. But whether it's considered great or not, the greatest Katha was held at Kailash. The greatest Katha was held on the shores of Mansarovar. The greatest Katha was held at Rakshastal. And the greatest Katha was held at Dwadash Jyotirlinga. This does not diminish the glory of this Katha in any way. Recently, Tina mentioned who said this is a historical Katha, and the term historical Katha is not accurate. This is a spiritual Katha. This is not a historical Katha. History gets buried in the past, sometimes even erased, but spirituality never fades. History becomes ancient, or we call the ancient history. This is eternal, Sanatan. Religion is wider than the sky, and I will not try to show false humility because my journey is nearing its end. I will not boast that if someone says it has great glory, it does not please me. However, the purpose is not that we have held a Ram Katha in the Uno building. There is no such intention behind it. So, when Ashish told me, Bapu, a Katha can be held in the Uno, I said, Son, if the Katha wills, anything is possible. This young man made a great effort, and I might forget. But before this, the General Secretary of the United Nations, the Honorable, and his entire team supported this Katha. For this Katha to happen here, we received full support. Therefore, on behalf of all of us, we extend our heartfelt thanks, thank you, and gratitude to the Secretary General and his entire team. We bow with humility to their generosity and express our respect to all of them. So I told Ashish to make an effort, and he kept trying. Difficulties came and went, and our entire family of Ramaben and Manji Baba joined in. Their whole families got involved too, and that's why I called everyone up so that we could all see them. They all became instruments for this Katha, and I am happy about it. There is no question of not being happy. There is joy, yes, there is joy. We don't need to have any false modesty about it. Because I know that I have been traveling around the world for so many years, and our Bharatvaj here is a pilot. Pilots sometimes say that if there is a tailwind, the plane reaches its destination faster. Similarly, we have a tailwind behind us. And in airplanes, the wind changes. Sometimes it's ahead, sometimes it's behind. But for us, we always have the support of the Son of the Wind, Lord Hanuman. The grace of the Son of the Wind behind us is what brought us here. Ashish had been trying for about 3 to 4 months, or even 6 months. His entire family supported him greatly, and he would tell me, Babu, this will happen. We are not getting the approval. I said, keep trying. If it doesn't happen and the Katha doesn't take place, what is there to worry about? There is no disturbance. For me, it doesn't matter if it happens in the Uno or not. The Katha will happen wherever it is destined to. Even so, having a 9-day Ram Katha here is itself a grace of existence, a grace of Hanumanji. Other than that, there haven't been discourses by saints and sages in this building. Sometimes I read in the newspapers that many great personalities come and give discourses for an hour. It must be happening. But we were given this opportunity for a 9-day Katha, and that is divine grace. There were concerns about security and doubts whether it would happen or not. My long-standing request was that if it were possible, I would write Prem Devyo Bhav, may love prevail, on the Uno building. By God's grace, we are all blessed. The recognition we receive has no real value. What is important is the blessing. Recognition has little value. People can grant it today and take it away tomorrow. As written in our scriptures, public recognition is like fire. It can burn the austerities of a sage. What is needed is blessing. As Jagadguru Shankaracharya says, even if we have both honor and recognition, if the mind is not focused on the feet of the enlightened ones, then, by the grace of the 3 worlds, we have come here with the sacred texts. For the past 2 days, interviews have been ongoing. What is your intention? What do you want to do? What will happen? What are your plans for the future? I have no further desires in my mind, but if I am granted permission to conduct a Katha, I am speaking from this stage, from this building, that where there is war, where innocent people have been dying for a year and a half, I wish, if I am granted permission to perform a katha at these borders, I would take the sacred texts there. After all, one has to die someday. If they throw weapons from both sides, I will sit in the middle with the scriptures. I am making this wish publicly. If I am allowed to sit at the border between Ukraine and Russia, I would like that. This is another place where such activities are taking place. If permission is granted to sit there, it is not necessary to hold the katha in a very large place. Wherever there is an urgent need, I have clearly stated in the interview that I wish, if allowed, to hold the katha there. By the grace of God, it will happen as it is meant to be. If someone needs to be admitted, it must be done 72 hours in advance. And before that, names need to be registered. If 2 people are not coming, we cannot let anyone else in. No rules should be broken. I told Ashish that no rules should be violated. No rules should be broken. Just make every effort to ensure that I am allowed to come. Ensure that you all get entry, and if I do not, then you will benefit and I will remain. This is divine grace that we are here, and the 4 principal tenets of the UNO aim to establish world peace. Shantam Shashvatam Prameya Managam Nirvana Shanti Pradam, the peace that leads to liberation, and so on. The establishment of the UNO is intended to. But 450 years ago, Tulsi said, what is he doing? The second objective, its expansion, we will do day by day. As much information as I have, particular, achieve this global peace, as Tulsidas mentioned 450 years ago. What is he doing? The second objective is its expansion, which we will continue to pursue daily. I will gather as much information as I can, especially what has been given to me by Akrita and what I have read. The principle is to accept truth from wherever it is found, so the primary objective is the establishment of peace, which one place was conceived by the esteemed people of the world, and this organization was established. The second objective is to eliminate hunger, disease, and illiteracy in the world. This was a aim. The aim of this organization is that there should be no hunger in the world. And how successful we have been in all these 3, this should be evaluated from time to time, how successful we have been. The third aim of this organization is to have mutual friendship between nations. Tulsi said that poverty should be eradicated. In the Ramrajya, there was no illiteracy or ignorance. Illiteracy was eradicated and there were no diseases. There was a healthy society. The principles of this organization are already present in the Ramcharitmanas. The third objective is to ensure that no one's freedom or rights are taken away. This is a goal to prevent any infringement on individual freedoms and rights. And to promote respect among nations. The message of mutual brotherhood and love is also emphasized. There are 17 principles associated with this, which we will discuss. I have brought the Ramcharitmanas with me and will connect it to this. I respectfully say with evidence that the principles that have been established here are in alignment with those in the Ramcharitmanas. The rishis of India have already given us these principles. We have brought the Ramcharitmanas here in this form, and I was contemplating what to name this katha. In the Vedas, every word speaks of the world as one home, a vast abode for all beings. Imagine the vastness of the Vedas. This entire world is like a nest, a gathering of birds. The children were asking, Bapu, do you have any thoughts on what the subject of the Katha should be? I hadn't made a decision yet, but now I feel that the theme, the world as one family, is the most appropriate. This will be the essence of the Katha. With Manas Vasudhaiva as the central theme, which is the declaration made by our rishis and munis centuries ago that the entire earth is our family. Keeping Manas Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam as the core, we will dedicate 9 days to reciting the Ramcharitmanas and performing Sankirtan, chanting of Lord Rama's name. 1 day will be dedicated to the path of divine grace. We will adhere to all rules and ensure that no guidelines are violated. I am also happy about this arrangement. That there will be no rush or inconvenience with seating arrangements. Although I didn't need a pass, I was informed about the arrangements and wanted to get everyone's opinion on the theme Manas. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. It seems that some people did not applaud or respond with claps. So, the 5 types of divine grace, the 3 worked. The first grace is that of Lord Shiva, who inspired the creation of the Ramcharitmanas. Without this grace, we would not have the Ramcharitmanas. The second grace, the grace of Hanumanji, who is both the singer and listener of the Katha. Even though Hanumanji is in the form of Shiva, his continuous support represents his grace. It is Shiva, the second grace. Hanuman grace, the third grace, is that the Ramcharitmanas was indeed present in the world, as stated by Goswamiji. It existed in the past, but the grace is that it has reached us today. This is the grace of the Ramcharitmanas itself. And the fourth grace is that of the divine source that gave it to me, which is the grace of the entire existence. The fifth grace is the grace of the whole universe. I sometimes refer to my flowers as Vayom Vatika, heavenly garden, flowers, or Vyas Vatika, garden of sage Vyasa, flowers. This is how I see the grace that has brought us all here. This organization conveys a message of peace to the world in its own way. I started with the story of Raviji from Kuch, saying that you are indeed my flowers, but you also represent peace. Just as pigeons carry messages of peace from one place to another, we all aim to spread peace based on the Ramcharitmanas. There are 4 key aspects I've mentioned, and I need to add a 5th one for a day, for one purpose. Based on the Ramcharitmanas, I've shared 4 key objectives, and I need to add a 5th. The 6th objective, from the perspective of the Vyasa Peeth, the seat of wisdom, is to promote dialogue in the world. For the past 2 days, during interviews, I was asked about various travels in India and the current situation. I said, I don't understand why there is constant conflict over every issue. Engage in dialogue, as the world needs dialogue today. So, this will be the 5th point. The 6th point is acceptance of all. Vinoba's mother used to call Vinoba Vinya. Vinobaji writes that when he was young, a beggar came asking for alms. His mother went to give him bread, and Vinoba protested, saying that the beggar was strong and capable, and that giving him alms would only make him lazy and dependent. He shouldn't give him bread. Why do you give him bread? His mother said, "Son, first give him the bread, and then I will explain." She gave the bread to the beggar and then said, "Son, you see a beggar, but I see God in the form of a beggar. Learn to see the entire world as God." Vinya says that since then it has stuck in his mind that what the Upanishads say is absolutely true. Sarvam kalu idam Brahma. All this is indeed Brahman. Therefore, acceptance of everyone, in whatever form they may come, is essential. Who knows in what form Narayan might appear? This acceptance, which I have repeatedly emphasized, means that my mission is not to reform anyone. My task is to accept everyone as they are. If we want to establish peace along with progress in the world, we must learn to accept. I want to add these two principles to the four I mentioned earlier for our 9-day discourse: acceptance and the acknowledgement that truth, love, and compassion are fundamental. These 9 principles will guide our discussions over the coming days at this venue, starting today. To reiterate, I will refer to 2 lines from the Uttarkand, the 7th book of the Ramcharitmanas. Lord Ram says that the entire world, this whole universe, akhila bisva, a vast and expansive concept, when we were in Norway recently with our brother Suman and the others, elder people were there, and bhāe was also there. Among us was our respected Morari Bapu, who has a great interest in geography and astronomy, and he was providing us with a vision of the universe. He was showing how big the sun is, how much land could fit inside it, what the galaxy is, and how small the earth is. Look at this. Look, we were shown that this is Jupiter, and Guru Purnima was approaching, so Jupiter was shown. As he continued to show different parts of the universe, then the Jupiter became smaller in perspective. We often say that there is no one greater than the Jupiter, that the Jupiter is the greatest. But when I saw the reality, then, appearing incredibly small, almost as if it were nothing more than a mere speck of dust, the planet Jupiter was visible in the night sky. As I observed it during the auspicious occasion of Guru Purnima, I was struck with a profound inspiration, a realization that the smallest entity can indeed be the true Guru or teacher. It dawned on me that the one who holds greatness may not necessarily have the capacity to be a Guru or a teacher. This profound inspiration, this valuable lesson, was what we received from that distant celestial body. And so, prompted by this newfound understanding, I found myself sharing this revelation, this truth, with others as the morning came around. In the grand scheme of things, as we are all inevitably growing up, maturing, and progressing through life's myriad stages, it often seems as though we are paradoxically moving backward rather than advancing forward. When you reflect on your upbringing within your family dynamic, do you recall instances where the younger members were made to sit at the back while the older ones occupied the front? Hypothetically, if another child, particularly a smaller one, were to join the family, would you instinctively make him sit in the front? As new individuals gradually come into the picture, should the standing protocol dictate that those who are older and presumably wiser be relegated to the back while the younger ones are prioritized? So, the elder is the one who learns to step back at the right time. That is why my Hanumanji is at the backside. So the Lord Rama says, this entire universe, when I saw the Jupiter and I said, that's all, it's finished. You consider the Guru, teacher, to be so great. Do me a favor, please speak in Gujarati at home. The teacher is indeed the individual who perceives himself as zero, who deems himself to be equivalent to nothing. This perception holds true each and every time it comes to discussing matters pertaining to the world. The illustrious poet Tulsidas, in his timeless wisdom, composed a couplet in reference to this. In this particular couplet, it was Lord Ram who spoke the words, Akhil Vishva. He utilized the term Akhil, which, in the broadest sense, signifies the entirety of all universes, the totality of this vast world we inhabit. This entire world is my creation. In Gita, Lord Krishna says, I am the seed giving in this world. I put in the seed within nature, and the world is born from it. Lord Rama, in his infinite wisdom, proclaims, it is I who have created the magnificent and vast entity that is the entire universe, the very space within which all of us are currently seated. This sprawling universe, in all its grandeur, is a product of the divine imagination of God. This, the universe that I, Lord Rama, have brought into existence, serves as my healing solution, my remedy, and it is this remedy that I faithfully apply to all living beings within my creation. My equal mercy is for everyone. I have created this big world, but I have equal mercy on all. God says, everyone is my love. All people have mercy, but not love. So mercy is very cheap. Love is very, very much costlier. The glorious thing is, yes, till today, Mira also said that love is sorrow, and it is sorrowful indeed. But our Jai says that love is. We get happy is a big thing, son. Love leads to happiness. Who says love is sorrow? Those have illusional love. Otherwise, love is a very happy event. So Rama says, I equally sympathize on everyone, and everyone is my love. All are dear to me. I love everyone. Amongst them, dearest ones are human. The humans, what they want. Humans in the center. And to keep humans in the center, Lord Rama left his Brahmatva and took human incarnation. Human beings are at the center. Now look at that. This institution is also talk about environment. And today, talking about the pollution of water, air, sky, earth, and fire, which has become such a big that is being worried about this land and everywhere. Now imagine that God says to me that human are most dear. Who is more dear among human beings? In this we will also take that step by step. But first, all of them are dear to me. But I like man very much. This feeling of God towards man is written in Manas. And what man is doing today, the wind has not spoiled us. The wind gave us life. We are spoiling the air. If there was no wind, we would die. The one who has given life, the 5 elements of nature, are being polluted by us. We spoiled the wind. The earth did not harm us. It has sustained us. But we are mining the earth, destroying the earth, removing the degeneration of trees from the earth. I should forget. So all my listeners, all my lovers, all of them should tell them that in their courtyard or wherever they get space, sow at least 5 trees. Our Madan Bhai has done so 5 crores. To resolve to speak, we brought seeds here too. We have found a place anywhere. Even here we have planted trees. So you have said that the seed will grow or not grow. At least wherever we go, we plant seeds. The earth has not spoiled us. We have definitely spoiled the earth. We fought for years for a small piece of land. on this earth, when this institution was needed, when the Second World War happened. After that, the need for this institution arose. This world will come to an end. I was also asked in the interview that, Bapu, why is all this happening? I said in detail that the attitude of expansionism is the reason. So the earth did not spoil us, it taught us patience, taught us to endure. So our Indian people says that if you step down from your bed in the morning, then the earth may not be like this. Mentally bow down to the sea-dwelling deity mountain, the wife of God Vishnu, Namastubhyam Padaspash Samsva. The earth has not spoiled any man, but man has spoiled the earth. We got life from air, but we spoiled the air. The sky has not spoiled anything to us, but what are we? They would say that all these things go into the sky and into space. So nowadays science says that so much garbage has accumulated there. There is so much garbage collected in space that how to remove it, the sky has not spoiled us. We have polluted the sky, the air, the fire, the land, the 5 elements. If not the sky, then the man whom God loves so much, this human being, has created a lot of mess in today's world. Come again, we create such a human, which is dear to Rama. Rama has appeared. He is in everyone's heart. But to create a human, Tulsi says that, Lord, if he had incarnated as the introduction as the dialogue and the order of the story that remains in the order of the Ramacharitmanas with the steps, you all know the first step, which we call the Balkand, in the 7 mantras of Tulsidas. Invocation. This word, invocation, I have told you many times in a conversational manner that the word invocation is very sweet. Its message seems to me that it means auspicious pronunciation. It is simple. Auspicious invocation is very difficult. In invocation, we chant mantras by applying Swasti Shri. We should speak. Its glory is there. Its sound produces an atom. But auspicious invocation conduct Shastra. In the beginning, when the scriptures begin, the Indian people emphasized conduct. We all do and should do it. But the conduct and the many types of invocations that take place in our religious world, there is also a classical interpretation, some auspicious invocations. It is an addressable in which someone is addressed. Someone is aimed at a healthy speech, an address. An invocation is a pleading in which we are asking for something that we should get this. We get this. Some invocation for others. We ask for blessings for others, like Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. Everybody is happy. Some are happy invocations in which the representation of the subject comes, that in the first verse, this is the representation of the subject. The subject should be delineated. Such an auspicious invocation is the custom of many auspicious invocations. Goswami has invoked 7 mantras of invocation. From the point of view of numerical and numerical as well, the number 7 is considered to be of great importance. We say that there are 7 heavens, there are 7 underworlds. Together, there are 14 universes. The role of knowledge is considered to be 7. We all know that the glory of 7 Saptak, there are 7 days in the week, and also Srimad Bhagavat has told us what great praise of the week is, that the ritual of 7 days is the glory of 7. So the glory of 7, it is very much because the number 7 is close to the truth in my understanding. This 7 is close to the truth. So in the 7 mantras, Goswami decided this, and I say all the time that first Tulsidas worshipped the power of Mother. In our tradition, the veneration of Ganesha was considered the first. But the peaceful revolution of Tulsi started with the first verse, because when the word revolution of revolution comes, many are turbulent. It also starts to appear, so I use the word peaceful revolution. Look at our whole tradition. We first worship Ganesha, and we should, swastish. These two verses are from Uttarkand. Do make sure you try to sing it accordingly.
akhila bisva mora upāyā akhila saba par mori barābari akhila bisva yaha saba mama priya saba mama adhika manuja akhila bisva yaha saba par mohi barābari saba par mohi barābari akhila bisva yaha mora akhila bisva yaha saba mama priya saba mama upajāe saba mama priya saba mama
Siddhi Sadan, Gajavadan Vinayak, first Ganesha. This is the whole tradition of worshipping the Ganesha first in any auspicious work. And this is a very good thing. The first establishment of Ganesha means that you do any work, wisdom should first. The establishment of Ganesha means establishment of wisdom. I am in amusement, not the reality I have seen as a child. That in the countryside, our mothers, sisters, when I was a kid, when they flatten the flour on the weaver, and after putting the mattress, we take this sev, Indian snack, and keep it on the mattress, then throw the mattress on the bed, so then sun also appears. To sev comes down nicely, they makes a small Ganesh out of the dough of the sev and places it at the leg of the bed. Wishes that its sev comes down nice without any obstacles. Believes that things won't be right without wisdom. Wisdom is necessary. And our Tulsidas ji from Katrodi. The great man who kept the flow of the entire flowing tradition, but gave a little twist, the peaceful revolution that was first speech, the voice, and the worship of mother figure. Where did Ganesha come from? How does he come without a mother? Where does he come from? Sitaram being worshipped, praising virtues of Sitaram. Even today, I am being asked in interviews that Bapu, some people say that this is in the Ramcharitmanas. I said that either someone has put these things inside or some of our texts, because how much truth to it. Our country has been ruled, and some of its uses thoughts are there. So by taking 2 of 5 things, some people got divided. The matter is fine now. But years ago, when I was doing Katha in Vrindavan, a small booklet came out, Tulsidas, the destroyer of Sanatan Dharma, or the destroyer of Indian religion. Criticism, but this first mantra says, worship God's voice, worship Saraswati's voice, and then Vinayaka, the speech should have modesty, only speech, and if there is no modesty, it is not right. So after adding voice and Saraswati, the Bhagwati Saraswati, and why worship Lord Ganesha only? Look at the resolve of Vishwa Mangal in the first mantra, for the peace of the whole world, for the auspicious of the whole world, what is said in the first mantra of Ramcharitmanas. Keep doing good things. Be auspicious to the whole world. That's why worship Saraswati and Ganesha. Then after there are 7 mantras. Bhavani Shankarav, Vande Shraddha, Faith Rupin, Devotion and Faith, took a body, took the idolatry. His name is Lord Shiva and Parvati. If Shiva is trust and Parvati is faith, if these 2 are not there, then even the great yogis do not experience the supreme element in their hearts. So the faith and trust are couple. Faith is a man, trust is a woman. Belief is mother body. These two are half Nareshwar. So in worships of Shiva and Parvati, in the third mantra, enlightened teacher, worshipping Shiva, what kind of teacher? Now we feel that enlightenment has taken the body, Vande Buddhyam, Nityam Kayam. Tulsidas venerated such a teacher whose constant enlightenment gives us knowledge, whose speech gives us understanding, whose words give us understanding. His looking at us gives us understanding. He gives us understanding in whatever he does, through which we attain enlightenment. Such a perceptive idolatry that we have venerated, Tulsidas, Vande Bodhmayam Nityam Guru. The one who considers the moon with the curvature of Shankar, form Yamashatohi, as distorted, crooked, and inverted in the world, worships everywhere. They place him on their heads, worshipping the enlightened teacher as an embodiment of understanding. The Tulsidas Ji worshipped Hanuman, Kavishwar, Valmiki, and Sri Hanumanji Maharaj, who constantly reside in the arena of praise of Sitaram, and also worshipped Mother Janaki. The one who creates the world, sustains it, immerses it, credits all, and worships Mother Janaki, followed by the veneration of Lord Rama, worship in such order explains the reason of this grantha.
Sankara Suvana Bhavani Nandana Sankara Suvana Bhavani Nandana Magat tulsi das kar jore Magat tulsi das kar jore Basagi Ram siye manas Siddhi Sadan Gajavadan Vinayak. Pehle Ganpati.
The book which Goswami says, I am going to compose consists of the Vedas, Puranas, Shastras, Sangita, Brahmin texts, Aranya, Granths, Upanishads, or whatever auspicious things are from all over the world. I have kept it in it, and some which are not found anywhere in the book. Such book is also blessed with the grace of the Guru, which could not be found anywhere, like everyone says, between the lines, which happens between two lines. This too is said by Goswami Ji, that I have kept this, and for the sake of self-happiness, for my happiness, for the peace of my conscience, I am tying it in language. So in these 7 mantras, Goswami showed delight in behaviorism, and after that, the verse had to be conveyed to the world. Such a big divine light of the Lord had to be conveyed to the common people, so Goswami framed his scriptures in folk dialect, in common language, in Gram Gira. And then you all know that he read continuously. In 5 Sorats, Jagatguru Shankaracharya Bhagwan has ordered us Sanatan Dharma followers to worship Panchdev and understand the meaning of Panchdev. That Smriti of Panchdevas has been brought to the people by Goswami Ji in the folk language, verse by verse. Let's remember the 5 Sorats. So in the first 4 Sortha is a type of poetry. Sisters will feel that what is Sortha? Sortha is like, there are many types of poetry like Chaupaya. Everyone knows Chaupaya, but people ask me sometimes about Sortha. It is also a type of poetry, couplet verses. It is a type, so 4 Sorats. Ganesha is worshipped in the first one, by remembering which one attains accomplishment. Yes, it must have happened, but in my understanding. I want the same accomplishment that, O Ganesha, if I remember you, then give me the accomplishment of purification. Give me purification. Accomplishments, there is no need of accomplishments now. When I went to J.B. Parekh High School and strap off my slipper brakes, I would insert thorn, walking in the sun, carefully avoiding it. I went to Talgajarda, and today I'm sitting here. Now, why accomplishment is needed? Is there any end to accomplishment? We need purification. And for purification, I would say that for me, infinite purification is required. Infinite. Because this is what our Vedic and Sadgranth sages emphasized on purification more than accomplishment. There is a classical lori, alardo, which we call in Gujarati. There is such a Shastri that the mother of my country used to recite the same lori while putting her child to sleep in the cradle, holding a rope. Pure like the enlightened ones, without blemish. O son, you are pure. You are born to become wise. See their thoughts. Listen to the lori. Various great personalities said in between that this era is not a war era, but wise era. It is a huge thing. I have read the invitations of various great personalities. I will have to admit that this is not the time of war. It is the time to be wise. And if we can stop this war, and if we live properly in the time of Buddha, then it will not take long to become pure. If we have to travel to the pure, then we will have to go to Buddha by war. And from the wisdom of Buddha, we attain a state of purity, like being naive yet pure and untouched by worldly illusions and attachments. Like the world is a dream, we renounce it and speak words as soft as the slumber of a child. Such things. Sanskrit. O son, you are born so that when you are sensible to your glands, then you should be free from the glands. There should be no gland in you, or it will become such a seed. The explanation of spirituality has been given by the Indian man that the gland-free heart is the same spirituality and nothing else, the gland-free conscience. So all this is narrated in Lori and in Halrada. So by remembering one that one gets success, by remembering Ganesha, but purification is attained. It is very important. To attain accomplishment in the memory of Ganesha, and accomplishment means purification. In my view, there is no greater accomplishment than this. Second, may the mouth become eloquent, by whose grace the dumb spoke and the lame crossed mountains. A lame person climbs the highest mountain. This is possible by the grace of the one who is venerated. The saints have taught that the charioteer of the sun is a lame person. Arun, the charioteer, is lame. By remembering this lame person, we are directed towards the sun, symbolizing that we should resolve to live in the light. The mute become eloquent, and the lame climb mountains. We are remembering the one which whose blessing such thing happen. In the third Sorath, Lord Vishnu rests on the serpent Shesha. Vishnu signifies vastness and pervasiveness. The meaning of Vishnu is all-pervasive. Let us not think in terms of narrowness. Let us contemplate expansiveness. This is the Vishnu's worship. And then, in the fourth sort of Lord Shiva's is remembered. Kund is a Hindu with equal faith. Uma and Raman are embodiments of compassion. The one who comes to the aid of the helpless and the poor, show your mercy and compassion, O Mardan. The worship of God Shiva and Goddess Parvati. So the establishment of gift gods were taught to us. Jagadguru, Adi Shankaracharya and Tulsi is the ultimate Vaishnav. Although Tulsi does not become a limit, yet his desire to build a bridge is that Shankara is the opinion. He places the teachings of Shankaracharya in the foremost position.
Bhavani Shankarau Vande Shraddha
Vishwas Rupino
Vande Bodhamayam Nityam
Guru Shankara Rupino
Yamashrito
Vakromi Chandra Sarvatra Vandyate.
I worship Guru's feet, the Guru who is in the shape of a human being. But Tulsi says, my Guru, this is a personal thing. My Guru is in the shape of a human being. But for me, he is Lord even in the human form. Lord in the human form. I see him. In the form of Lord. There is a lot of darkness in me, Tulsi says. Ample affection, the darkness of ample affection. To remove that, whose word is the ray of the sun, such a Guru was worshipped by Tulsidas. And I have communicated with you again and again that we should attain such wise man. So the Guru is Ganesha, because who has a conscience like a Guru? The one who has the wisdom of the eye, the wisdom of the word, the wisdom of food, the wisdom of the recreation, the wisdom of the attitude. The one who were the great Guru, they do not have much. Inclination. In the inclination, bonding. One should practice the inclination. But the Guru is in a position of importance even while doing the inclination. He is sitting in a special kind of profession. So, Goswamiji worships Guru. Then the Guru is the conscience. Who has no conscience is not a Guru. It is even written in Manas.
Nana Purana Nigamagam Sammatam Yad Ramayane Nigaditam
Kvajidanyyato
Swantah Sukhay Tulsi Raghunath Bhasha
Mati Manjuja Mataro
Teacher is the sea of wisdom. Teacher is called the sea of seven things, just as the ocean is seven, Sapsindhu, and teacher keeps Sapsindhu vibrating in his life, here in the form of teacher Ganesha, wisdom. His wisdom is amazing. Teacher is the sun, and the sun rises, and the soft rays of the morning are the teacher. His words are the sun rays. The teacher is Vishnu. The guru is very wide. The one who has expanded widely, does not narrow. Vishnu is a teacher. We ordinary people don't have the faith like the teacher. Teacher is an integral form of faith, and teacher is mother. Teacher is Gauri. Teacher is a spiritual mother. So these five is included in the teacher. This doesn't mean that we do not worship these five. Do not misinterpret. But the five included in the teacher. Such teachers' worship started by Goswamiji. And now the poem of the Goswamiji is as follows.
सुमिरत सिद्धि होई गणनायक
करिवर भवन करहु अनुग्रह सोई बुद्धि राशि
पंगु चढ़े गिरिवर
जासु कृपा सो दया सकल करी
नील सरोवर तरुण अरुण
पारिन करम सो मम सदा जीव सागर कुंद इंदु समदे उमा रमन करुणा जागरी दीन करहु कृपा
The country may not accept according to the times. The revision of these Shastras should be according to the country and the character. But today, in the Sampath period, the Guru Gita, written by Goswamiji, is, I feel that worship of teacher has special importance. Swami has sung the glory of teacher. So for people like us, if I think about myself, then some teacher is needed, some divine personality is needed. But then there is a long discussion about how that teacher should be. This time in the context of Guru Purnima, Jai Bhāe wrote a good article. I read it completely. Very good. It is good read. He is sitting here. So I do not say, in a sense, the praise of the teacher has been sung in this article. Very lovely. It should have Hindi and English translation. Some things stays within the limits of a language. Remains in the limit, detailed very sweet. In this, whatever you said in Norway, that thing was also written, the teacher is the one, who accepts everyone, but do not collect anyone. Like a mirror, if we go in front of the mirror, it immediately show ourselves to us, accept it. But if you move it to collection, inconsistency. That is why Goswamiji says, Bandav Guru Pada Kanj. Kanj means lotus, the lotus in the teacher's feet. The lotus is nature. In the midst of all, you imagine the lotus is born in the mud, where there is a lot of mud. Its root is there. The place of birth of the lotus is mud. The place of residence is water. The lotus blooms in the water and then above, yet neither mud touches the lotus, nor does the water touch it. The one who has risen above both mud and water, the one whose feet are such as the one who behaves, that Guru, Kabir Sahib, writes a very lovely verse. So the Guru Satya is said, Guru Satya, very accurate definition of the teacher, Kabir Sahib said, and in it, and it is very good that the body will never forget the suffering. The true teacher will never teach you to suffer the body, break the body. He will tell you to eat right, have fun, be happy. And a very sweet saying of Osho, which is very dear to me, is lovely. Osho says that God will not ask when you go there, that you have committed this sin, you have committed this sin, He haven't kept any record of you, God has lots of work to do or nothing to do. So why He will do your work, which is nothing? Because without hands everything works, without feet He walks, without mouth speaks, without touching the body, without nostrils He takes dirt, and without eyes is the watcher of all. Why should He do our work to sit with a diary? Oh good, you abused you. Write this brother of that date on that day. At this hour, he would give him 3 abuses, and also write abuses, that he had given these abuses, and then write that this person had done this. This is the very lovely statement of Osho. We should accept truth very humbly from wherever you find it. Then what sins have you committed? What have you done? What have you eaten? What you have drunk? However, you should eat and drink well. The wrong message should not be sent. But God does not record all this. Chitragupta keeps this records. Some people are not Khans. You know that all this is Chitragupta. What we eat, what we drinks, He is not above. He is in our midst. He does not live above. So and so of everyone. This so and so does this. This is all this secret form of taking our identity and then making it viral. So all this is Chitragupta. At that time there was only one. So God, you committed this sin, you committed this sin. He will not ask. In fact, I agree with this statement. So I confidently tell you that God will not ask this. God will ask that I gave you such a lovely earth. Why did you not enjoy? Why did you not visit? Why are you not pleased by seeing the mountain? Why did you not drown in emotion in the sight of the flowing stream? Why didn't you enjoy seeing a blooming flower, seeing the smile of a child? This will be asked. This is right. So good food is allowed. Lord Buddha spoke of 8 similarities, that there should be 8 types of similarities in a person's life. This does not mean that you should misinterpret that. Enjoy it. It does mean you should be uncompromising, but a man should be interested. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. The one to whom we go for liberation binds us so much and is called a guru. These
Bandav Guru Pada
Kripa Sindhu Nararu Hari
I have understood only this much by the grace of Dada, whose eyes make you feel that it is full of worship and not lust, understand this is a special arrangement where there is no lust. The eyes says, what is that line? Eyes are the tongue of the heart. Your eyes are the tongue of the heart. There is such line. There is no need for a guru level that is dear in speech. A guru of the level has reached a situation. A guru has reached a stage in whose gait, in whose conduct, there is a vision of Indian tradition. That guru, he should not ask us to do penance. He meditate for us. That guru, you fast so much, it is good. Do not take it otherwise, sir. But that is why Kabir says, the suffering of the body cannot be forgotten. Do not hurt body even by mistake. Do not break the body, not the body. And even more important than this, do not abandon the world. Do not talk about leaving the world. You are the world. It is bad to live in this world. Then why did God create this? Take the God to an international court. That the enjoyment we are having in the world, we used to roam, meet each other. If this is a sin, then why did you create it? There is a song, why did you create the world? What thoughts did you have? Why did you create the world? Why did you create the world? There are some people, they teach life, that this life is suffering, just suffering. In this world, they just give so much negative thinking. There is nothing in the world except this suffering. Some people teach us that these many people are a corrupt life. Corrupt, not like living, it is corrupt. Some say it is destroyed, some say corrupt. It is perishable, it is temporary. Some say it is corrupt. The wise men tell us that this life is beloved deity. Sir, in this life we sing Ramayana, take Harinam, eat food, feed others, take steps of Vishwamas according to our capacity. Then why has the world become bad? Why has it become bad? Do not forget the suffering of the body and do not abandon the world. Such a guru that the world is afraid to go to him, it is difficult to choose him. His feet should not slip in the world. The world comes to bow down at his feet. Such a wise person is prayed here.
Guru Vivek, Guru Vivek, Guru Vivek, Sagar Jad तो बंदऊ गुरु पद
Take the fragrance of its lotus feet, smell it, which is called the fragrance of the pear. If we smell the fragrance of the pollen of its lotus feet, we get a smell of its inconsistency. The dust of the feet of a wise person is as pleasing and fragrant as the pollen of a lotus. It is delightful with a good fragrance, full of charm and essence. It brings joy and affection and is beloved. The 4 characteristics of this dust from the Guru's feet are described with love and reverence, like it is said that I do not like this thing. No, no. May the dust of the feet of the Guru, the dust of the feet of the enlightened person, would be felt interesting to all. There is a fragrance in it. There is no perfume, no scent. The dust has its fragrance, a pleasant sweetness, with good taste, fragrance, charm, and affection. That Guru whose feet's dust makes us appreciative rather than tasteless.
Amiya muri maya charu samana Amiya Muri Amiya Muri
Now man, if you go to the temple of Mahakal in Ujjain, then there is consecration of ashes. And live darshan is also today's science. There is a big darshan of ashes, the consecration of ashes on Shivling. But directly, we do not have Shiva, that by touching his body, we take his ashes. Then where do you go with Tulsi? We take it towards Mahakal. Virtue and auspiciousness are embodied in the pure form of divine glory. This is the indication of Mahakal. The ashes of Mahakal's body, as virtuous as it is the feet of a wise man, Sukrit Sambutan Vimal Vibhuti, and this is glory of this country, India, which considers ashes as opulence. Vibhuti, powder, means ashes. Vibhuti means Lord's particles. That's why Lord Krishna devotes the entire 10th chapter of the Gita to the name of Vibhuti, Vibhuti Yug, the whole Vibhuti, the ash of Shankar's body, which goes into someone's hair. His hair is endowed with wealth. So Guru's feet's particles, this ashes, is our good fortune, our opulence.
Amiya Muri Sukrita Sambhutan
Now friend, if you go to the temple of Ujjain Mahakal, then the now man. If you go to the temple of Mahakal in Ujjain, then there is consecration of ashes. And live darshan is also today's science. There is a big darshan of ashes, the consecration of ashes on Shivling. But directly, we do not have Shiva, that by touching his body, we take his ashes. Then where do you go with Tulsi? We take it towards Mahakal. Virtue and auspiciousness are embodied in the pure form of divine glory. This is the indication of Mahakal. The ashes of Mahakal's body, as virtuous as it is the feet of a wise man, Sukrit Sambutan Vimal Vibhuti, and this is glory of this country, India, which considers ashes as opulence. Vibhuti, powder, means ashes. Vibhuti means Lord's particles. That's why Lord Krishna devotes the entire 10th chapter of the Gita to the name of Vibhuti, Vibhuti Yug, the whole Vibhuti. The ash of Shankar's body, which goes into someone's hair, his hair is endowed with wealth. So Guru's feet's particles, these ashes, are our good fortune, our opulence.
Sukrita Sambhutan Ya Mahakal ka sanket.
Now man, if you go to the temple of Mahakal in Ujjain, then there is consecration of ashes, and live darshan is also today's science. There is a big darshan of ashes, the consecration of ashes on Shivling. But directly we do not have Shiva, that by touching his body, we take his ashes. Then where do you go with Tulsi?
Sukrita Sambhutan Bimala Vibhu.
We take it towards Mahakal. Virtue and auspiciousness are embodied in the pure form of divine glory. Of Mahakal. The ashes of Mahakal's body, as virtuous as it
Mod mani Anand, Pramod, Vinod,
is the feet of a wise man, Sukrit Sambutan Vimal Vibhuti. And this is glory of this country, India, which considers ashes as opulence. Vibhuti, powder, means ashes. Vibhuti means Lord's particles. That's why Lord Krishna devotes the entire 10th chapter of the Gita to the name of Vibhuti. Vibhuti Yug, the whole Vibhuti. The ash of Shankar's body, which goes into someone's hair, his hair is endowed with wealth. So Guru's feet's particles, this ashes, is our good fortune, our opulence. Manjul means beautiful, clean, pure. Not every ash is like this. These are like remove it. The ashes of Guru's feet, which is on the body of Shiva, this is the A of the ash of the same importance. Manjul is bliss. It is the purity.
Manjula
It is the place of the Gujarati language. So, the Gujarati language should be used a bit. Getting angry about things, feeling bad about things. The second characteristic is that Guru's feet bliss us and bless us. Bonomi blesses us with Guru's feet and makes us happy.
Sukrita Sambhuta Manjula
Three characteristics of ashes has been told. Some ashes are not manjul. Manjul means beautiful, clean, pure. Not every ash is like this. These are like remove it. The ashes of Guru's feet, which is on the body of Shiva, this is the A of the ash of the same importance. Manjul is bliss. It is the purity. It is the place of the Gujarati language. So, the Gujarati language should be used a bit. Getting angry about things, feeling bad about things. The second characteristic is that Guru's feet bliss us and bless us. Bonomi blesses us with Guru's feet and makes us happy.
Manjula Mangala Manjula प्रसूति शब्द जन्म देती है, प्रसव मोद जनमन मंजु मुकुर.
The dust of the Guru's feet purifies the beautiful mirror-like mind of the devotee, removing the impurities that have accumulated over many lifetimes. It cleans it again and again, removes these vices, cleans it. The remover of the impurities from the beautiful mirror of the mind. Apply this dust as a tilak. When someone places this dust on their head, it becomes a tilak of virtues. The tilak made from the dust of the Guru's feet brings all virtues under the control of the seeker. Without doing anything else, all good qualities begin to manifest within the devotee. Such is the power of this dust.
Janmana manju mukura malahara.
If you read Ramcharit Manas, then you will find two words. In many places, Guru, which is the pure word Guru. And in many places, it's Gur. This is the use of the word Guru Guru in rustic language.
Janmana manju mukura malahara.
In terms of language, there is a need to distinguish between the pronunciation of Guru and Rasva Derga, because otherwise scholars will recognize that the pronunciation is incorrect. There are issues with the pronunciation of Rasva Derga. Therefore, Tulsidas felt that the pronunciation of Guru should not be restricted solely to mathematical rules. So, they made it Gur. There is no problem in Gur. By meditating on the divine light of the revered Guru's feet, the heart attains divine vision. He who dispels the darkness of ignorance and illusion and shines with enlightenment. May the beautiful, cool, and radiant light of the Guru dispel the darkness in our hearts and eliminate it. Whoever's heart is illuminated by this light. Tulsi considers them to be truly fortunate. He is so fortunate. Continue.
Shri Guru Padanakh Mani
And the important prayers of praise of Sita Ram, etc. were kept behind, and in the middle we prayed to Sri Hanumanji Maharaj, and we were told to conclude the story of the first day with the prayer to Sri Hanumanji. So carrying out the same sacred and flowing tradition, let us all pray to Sri Hanumanji today and then conclude today's story. So let us worship Sri Hanuman Maharaj from the famous verse of Vinaya Patrika. So we end the dialogue of the first day of the 9-day Ram Katha Manas Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam here. From tomorrow onwards, we will start the story every day at 10 a.m. and we will take a break between from 1 to 1:30. I will meet you all at 5 p.m. tomorrow, and then tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock we will proceed. My salutations to everyone from the podium. Hail Sita and Rama.
Kiye tilak guna gana vas Shri Guru Padanakh Mani Goswamiji, in this form, by singing Guru Mahima and Guru Vandana, says that by making that same dust, the eye ointment for my eyes, I am going to sing Ramcharitmanas. So by the grace of the Guru, if the Guru's grace is upon me, then I will narrate the Ram Katha, Ramcharita. So Goswamiji did Guru Vandana and resolved that now I am going to narrate Ramcharitmanas. But you know that Goswamiji starts Ramcharitmanas very late. Before that he starts worshipping everyone, the entire worshipping episode. Do you know why Goswamiji has written such a long worshipping chapter before the name of Lord Rama? Guput Pragat Jo Yatha Sumanjana Ariga Sagat Siddha Sura Kautuk Dekhat Sevan Vyaspeed felt that this means when by the grace of the Guru, when our vision becomes divine, prudent, then everyone appears worthy of worship, everyone appears worthy of salute, because when the vision becomes prudent, then all are worshipped. That is why Goswamiji started worshipping all. First of all, the one whom we call the gods of the earth, the Brahmins of the earth. Do not take any caste-related meaning here, but what is true is true. Tulsi says, first of all, the god of the earth, Mahidev, for the Brahmins. I first of all worship Mahidev, the god of the earth. Busur, who is god of water. Tulsi first of all worshipped the Brahmin institution, which, due to attachment to the institution, gives birth to such blind beliefs, such introductions, such miracles, which are not necessary in the world. First of all, I bow down to this Brahmin deity who is sitting here with the task of destroying it. I first of all worship the Brahmin deity, and this is very important. The task of the Brahmin has told that out of attachment, delusion, deceit, whatever things are not necessary in the society, without any reason, he should be punished. Tulsidas ji worshipped such Brahmin gods who spent their whole life destroying and cleaning it by chanting Namo Brahmanya Deve. First, he worshipped the Brahmin. After worshipping the Brahmin, he then worshipped the gentleman. Not all the people in the society were Brahmins. They are gentlemen, worship of the gentleman. Even amongst the gentlemen, those who have saintly character, whose character is like that of a saint, he worshipped them. After that, he worshipped the saint community, meeting place. The saint community is a moving meeting place. By making such a metaphor for the saint community in which the flow of devotion for Rama is present, where the Saraswati of Brahma Vidya flows and the Yamuna of karma and manhood flows, Goswamiji worshipped such a saint society. After that, he also worshipped the wicked people whose eyes became pure. Swami Ramtirth says, "Wherever I look, there is only you. I do not see anyone bad at all. Because the eye has become divine, whom shall we condemn? Sakal lokma sahune vande, ninda na kare." Gandhi writes, Gandhi Bapu, that I feel and tell you that those who are cynical, who are critics, what they write, they must read, and what they say must be heard. Gandhiji says that whatever the critic writes about you, read it and listen to what he says, because your critic will increase your longevity more than your followers. Followers will fail you. They do nothing than praise you, like you are God. You're everything to us. But then why don't you write your will in my name? If you're not there, nothing is there. So by the follower, you will not get longevity, but by the critics, says Gandhiji, that he learned very much from their critics. I got inspiration, I do not ignore it, and I got such inspiration from critics that when I got inspiration from critics also, I started living a more special life. Then I thanked the critics that because of you, I am in this position, and the special word follower is written specially, follower. We shall bow two hands and head to them saying, not you. So Goswamiji worships the wicked man. The saints see the God in all people, even if they are wicked and good in everyone. What kind of people are there in your ashram? Some drink, some do this, some dance, some behave awkwardly, some behave like this, some are very close to each other, there is no place for it. Then they say, you suffer a lot in this. If you are told that someone dances, sings, someone does whatever, what is your problem in this? He said, if it brings you disrepute, then it defames me. An Ayurveda doctor told me that you should even drink water directly, but chew the water when you drink it, like you chew the bread when you eat it. This is the principle of Ayurveda. Now for me, it's difficult when there is a hot tea. It is difficult for me to do it, but they say this to do. One of our Ayurveda doctors told me that you should even chew the water when you drink it, like you chew the bread when you eat it. This is the principle of Ayurveda. Now for me, it's difficult when there is a hot tea. It is difficult for me to do it, but they say this to do. Tulsidas ji first saluted whoever criticized him. Some people only hear to there and there to here. Tulsidas has experimented with those. So some people only do it from here to there and there to here, always opposing. Tulsidas ji first saluted whoever criticized him. Some people does only right to left and left to right. Tulsidas has done experimented about those. So some people does only right to left and left to right only. The whole world is Brahmamaya, Godmaya, Ramamaya, Sitaramaya. I bow with folded hands. I bow down and join my hands in reverence, like joining my hands in water. The great ascetic sage of our Bhagavad Vidyapith, Krishna Shankar Dada, used to give independent meanings of pranam, namaskar, naman, vandan, dandavat. That what is called pranam, called vandana, called naman, called namaste, and called namaskar, Dada, Krishna Shankar, used to give a specific meaning to all this. So he used to give the sense of pranam, that if we bow down to someone with folded hands, then it means that we have bowed down to you with folded hands. Now these hands will never become inauthentic. This is our resolution. Dada Krishna Shankar, we have revered. Now we will not betray faith. This was a specific or unique thing that you used to do.
तो गुप्त प्रकट जहाँ ऐसे गुरु की चरण रज की महिमा गाते हुए गुरु पद रज मृदु मंजुल अंजन नयन अमीय दोष तेज करी बीमार विवेक
So that light will erase the faults, suffering. Fir sujahi Ramcharitmani, by the grace of the Guru. The secrets of Ramacharitmanas begin to reveal such things in the texts that a Siddhanjan comes, whose name is Siddhanjan, like Amritanjan, Nainanjan, etc., etc., which is the word. So Siddhanjan is a kajal. After we paste it in our eyes, we will be able to see which we haven't seen. This type of this have people said, don't go deep in this, please. I am saying because it's written, don't go deep in this. See with your eyes, don't go for kajal. If you got eye problems, take the lens or any of the science-made arrangement by approved after experiment. The arrangement is accepted as a principle. Many people in the countryside, some such mascara, then he sees the same person follows him. It's also called Vashikaran knowledge. People will get blind in this. Mascara is pasted, so it contains a Siddhanjan. What happened to those who are Siddhanjan? He knew in the about the what's underneath, in the terrain of the land, it was lead. Here is metal, dig here. Beneath here is diamond S of Surat. From here the gold will come out. So secrets were revealed. Siddhanjan is pure mascara. If it comes in our eyes, then we can reveal unmanifest secrets of the spiritual realm automatically begin to open. We can say, this is the meaning of this stanza. This is the meaning of this scripture. All this mantras comes out automatically. Now we are here in Chitrakut. I was speaking like this. Some people sat. The principle of Karam is what governs everything. Karam is supreme. The world functions on Karam. Simply put, Karam is paramount. Even Tulsidas ji mentioned this. Karam is supreme. Karam is paramount. So, as you sow, so shall you reap. Now, some people get scared that their karma will come back to haunt them. So, I say, look, Tulsidas ji did not write the word karma. He wrote karma. And when Tulsidas ji lived in India, it was the Mughal era. There was some influence of the Mughal language as well. Where did the word Garib Nawaz come from? The word Garib Nawaz is less used here. Where did the word Sai come from? Then Gosai, only Sai, sometimes over the creator of the then society, which is the predominance of Language can also naturally enter his creation, so I was speaking like this. So I said that at that time, Urdu language, Persian language was there in the period of the Mughals. So that is why the word karma means mercy of someone is the head in the world, all the rest are merciful. Then again, that is like someone's mercy, your mercy. I say one meaning of karma is action. There is a gracious eye on us. Karma can also be done. It can be done by me to explain that he should be properly satisfied. So, and there is also truth. Here grace is the predominant. This story is only grace-oriented. Neither can it be done by my efforts, nor can it be done by anyone's efforts. Only grace, grace. So,
सकल अमंगल मूल निकंदन सकल अमंगल मूल निकंदन सकल अमंगल मूल निकंदन सकल अमंगल मूल निकंदन मंगल मूर्ति मारुत संतन हितकारी पवन तनय संतन हितकारी पवन तनय संतन हितकारी पवन तनय संतन हितकारी हृदय विराजत अवध बिहारी हृदय विराजत अवध मंगल मूर्ति मारुत नंद मंगल मूर्ति मारुत बंदव राम लखन वैदेही बंदव राम लखन तुलसी के परम स्नेही ये तुलसी के परम स्नेही मंगल मूर्ति मारुत नंद मंगल मूर्ति मारुत सकल अमंगल मूल निकंदन सकल अमंगल मूल निकंदन सकल अमंगल मूल निकंदन सकल अमंगल मूल निकंदन मंगल मूर्ति मारुत बलधाम हेम शैलाभ वीरम धनुजवन कुशाय ज्ञानिनामग्रगण सकल गुण निधान वानराणाम धीशं रघुपति प्रिय भक्तम महावीर बिनवं हनुमान राम जस प्रणव पवन खलवन तो इस वंदना प्रकरण में श्री हनुमान जी की वंदना की गई। उसके बाद भगवान राम के
So in the first four sortha is a type of poetry. Sisters will feel that what is sortha? Sortha is like there are many types of poetry like Chaupaya. Everyone knows Chaupaya, but people ask me sometimes about sortha. It is also a type of poetry, couplet verses. It is a type. So four sorats. Ganesha is worshipped in the first one, by remembering which one attains accomplishment. Yes, it must have happened, but in my understanding. I want the same accomplishment that, O Ganesha, if I remember you, then give me the accomplishment of purification. Give me purification. Accomplishments, there is no need of accomplishments now. When I went to J.B. Parekh High School and strap off my slipper brakes, I would insert thorn, walking in the sun, carefully avoiding it. I went to Talgajarda, and today I'm sitting here. Now, why accomplishment is needed? Is there any end to accomplishment? We need purification. And for purification, I would say that for me, infinite purification is required. Infinite. Because this is what our Vedic and Sadgranth sages emphasized on purification more than accomplishment. There is a classical lori, alardo, which we call in Gujarati. There is such a shastri that the mother of my country used to recite the same lori while putting her child to sleep in the cradle, holding a rope. Pure like the enlightened ones, without blemish. O son, you are pure. You are born to become wise. See their thoughts. Listen to the lori. Various great personalities said in between that this era is not a war era, but wise era. It is a huge thing. I have read the invitations of various great personalities. I will have to admit that this is not the time of war. It is the time to be wise. And if we can stop this war, and if we live properly in the time of Buddha, then it will not take long to become pure. If we have to travel to the pure, then we will have to go to Buddha by war. And from the wisdom of Buddha, we attain a state of purity, like being naive yet pure and untouched by worldly illusions and attachments. Like the world is a dream, we renounce it and speak words as soft as the slumber of a child. such things. Sanskrit. O son, you are born so that when you are sensible to your glands, then you should be free from the glands. There should be no gland in you, or it will become such a seed. The explanation of spirituality has been given by the Indian man that the gland-free heart is the same spirituality and nothing else, the gland-free conscience. So all this is narrated in Lori and in Halrada. So by remembering one that one gets success, by remembering Ganesha, but purification is attained. It is very important. To attain accomplishment in the memory of Ganesha, and accomplishment means purification. In my view, there is no greater accomplishment than this. Second, may the mouth become eloquent, by whose grace the dumb spoke and the lame crossed mountains. A lame person climbs the highest mountain. This is possible by the grace of the one who is venerated. The saints have taught that the charioteer of the sun is a lame person. Arun, the charioteer, is lame. By remembering this lame person, we are directed towards the sun, symbolizing that we should resolve to live in the light. The mute become eloquent, and the lame climb mountains. We are remembering the one with whose blessing such thing happen. In the third Sorath, Lord Vishnu rests on the serpent Shesha. Vishnu signifies vastness and pervasiveness. The meaning of Vishnu is all-pervasive. Let us not think in terms of narrowness. Let us contemplate expansiveness. This is the Vishnu's worship. And then, in the fourth sort of Lord Shiva's is remembered. Kund is a Hindu with equal faith. Uma and Raman are embodiments of compassion. The one who comes to the aid of the helpless and the poor, show your mercy and compassion, O Mardan. The worship of God Shiva and Goddess Parvati. So the establishment of gift gods were taught to us. Jagatguru, Adi Shankaracharya and Tulsi is the ultimate Vaishnav. Although Tulsi does not become a limit, yet his desire to build a bridge is that Shankara is the opinion. He places the teachings of Shankaracharya in the foremost position.
राम राम हरे राम 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 सीता राम 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 हरे राम 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 सीता राम 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 हरे राम 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 सीता राम राम हे हरे राम 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 सीता राम 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 हरे राम 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 सीता राम 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 हरे राम 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 सीता राम 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 हरे राम 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 सीता राम राम हरे राम राम हरे राम 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 सीता राम 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 हरे राम 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 सीता राम 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 हे हरे राम 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 सीता राम 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 हरे राम 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 सीता राम 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 हरे राम 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 सीता राम 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 हरे राम 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 सीता राम राम गांधी बापू यूनोमा कभी आए होंगे यार? नहीं, बापू चले गए। हाँ, तो गांधी बापू यदि इससे पहले यूनो की स्थापना हुई होती और गांधी बापू आते और फिर संध्या के समय यूनो में बैठकर जो संध्या की प्रार्थना करते तो रघुपति राघव राजा राम ये जरूर गाते। वो नहीं आए क्योंकि तब संस्था की उपस्थिति नहीं। गांधी के देश के वासी के रूप में हम तो गाले हरि नाम, इसलिए नेल्सन मंडेला जी का, हाँ ठीक है। तो इसलिए हम गांधी देश के वासी के रूप में हम राम नाम संकीर्तन करें। आइए। देखो भाई, विभीषण के घर पे तुलसीदास जी लिखते हैं कि राम नाम अंकित गृह, गृह मानी घर, उसका घर राम नाम अंकित, राम 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 लिखा था। तो कई लोग ऐसा प्रश्न उठाते हैं कि रावण विभीषण को राम नाम, और हनुमान ने रात में राम नाम दिखा कि राम नाम लिखा, तो रात में भी दिखाई दिया हो तो बड़े बड़े अक्षरों में लिखा होगा राम 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 राम, उस पर खास लाइट रखी होगी कि कोई भी आगंतुक व्यक्ति उसको पढ़ पाए राम राम। तो कई लोगों को तकलीफ है कि तकलीफ तो नहीं, एक स्वाभाविक आश्चर्य होता है कि भाई रावण उसको राम नाम लिखने देता। तो एक दूसरा भाई अर्थ है, वहां तो है ही दूसरा, ये मुख है ना, वो भी एक गृह है, આ એક ગોખલો છે, छोटा सा गृह मुख, विभीषण की जीभ पर राम नाम अंकित था, दीवार पर नहीं, निरंतर राम राम। इसलिए जब हनुमान जी आए और विभीषण जागा तो जो अंकित था, जो जुबान पर, जैसे कभी कभी नए शिशु के नहीं कहीं किसी महापुरुष के पास ले जाते, बापू उसकी जुबान पर मध लेकर राम लिख दो ने, राम लिख दो ने। विभीषण की जुबान का जो मुख गृह है उसमें जुबान जो है उस पर राम नाम, तो यहाँ भले राम नाम न लिखा हो लेकिन हमारी जुबान पर लिखा है, उस नाम संकीर्तन से इसके अणु परमाणु में राम लिख दो, अणु परमाणु में राम दिखाई न दे। इंग्लिश में अन क्या कहते हैं, अनविजिबल क्या कहते हैं, थोड़ा अंग्रेजी बोलવું જોઈએ यहाँ थोड़ा, क्योंकि हम यूनो में बैठे तो ऐसे दिखाई न दे। ये तो विनोद है भाव से, 2 मिनट प्रेम से। हाँ श्री राधे। हरे राम 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 हरे राम 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 हरे राम 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 सीता राम राम हरे राम 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम राम हरे पवन संकट हरण मंगल मूर्ति राम लखन सीता सहित बसहु सुर हनुमान जी महाराज प्रिय। तो बाप 9 दिवसीय राम कथा मानस वसुधैव कुटुंबकम पहले दिन का संवाद को यहाँ हम विराम देते हैं। कल से रोज सुबह 10 बजे कथा का प्रारंभ करेंगे और 1-1:30 के बीच में हम विराम देंगे और कल शाम 5 बजे मैं आप सबको मिलूँगा भी। तो कल सुबह 10 बजे फिर हम आगे बढ़ेंगे। व्यासपीठ से सभी को मेरा प्रणाम। जय सिया राम। भाव से बोलिए भगवान प्रिय कृष्ण भगवान प्रिय सदगुरु भगवान प्रिय नमः पार्वती पतये
भयो में तव दर्शन खगराज आय सुदेव सुकरम अवर रघुआयम देखाय सदा कृतार्थ देखे स्तुति सार परम पावन तवा भयो संसैना श्रीराम कथा कथा पुन ज्ञानी तब ऋषियागमन गौरी राम अभिषेक प्रसंगा पुनित राज रस भंगा पूर्वा गर्भ को भरना भरता प्रिया सुपुरवासी भरत भरत रहन सुर पर सुर कर प्रभु अरुवति में कर कहीं विराज बन ले देह तजी शरण भर के चंद्री कहीं दंडक मन पावन पाई गीत में त्रिगुण गाई गुण प्रभु पंचवटी कुटवासा मनुपदेश अनुपासु संपद बहुरी बखान धर्मार्थ बत कही माया सीता कर श्री प्रभु गीत प्रिया सबरी बहुरी विदा वर्ण कर गुमीरा वर्णन वर्षा शरद अरु पद की सपठाए सीता खोज सफल दिशाए विवर प्रवेश बाटे कथा समीर तुम्हारा नाम वयोधिका लंका कबु प्रवेश निमिकिन्हा पुनित धीरंजनी वनौ जारी रावण हृदय आए कपि सब जन रघुराई वैदेही कुशल समेत दरबार गुबीरा उतरे जाई बार मिला विभीषण जय विद्या सागर पथार सेतु बांध कपि से उतरे सागर पार गयो बसी के वीर ईश्वर की सलराय वर्णित विविध प्रकार कुंभकर्ण झरनार कर निश्चर निकर मरण रघुपति रावण समर बखाना रावण मधुमन भोगर शोका सीता रघुपति मिलन बहोर तुरंत कपिल समेता राम सुंदर बखानी जो में संतनी भवानी सब राम कथा सजना कहत मन परम सकल रघुवर राम पद में महाराज प्रिय हो आरती श्री राम ब्रह्मा दिक मुनि नारद विज्ञान सुख सनकादि शेषयन सारद परमि पवन सुत कीरति मुनि जन धन संतन को सर्वस सारंश आरती गावत संतत शंभु भवानी अरुभट संभव भुजभूमि गरुड़ के आरती कलिमल हरती विषय रस की सुभग श्रृंगार मुक्ति जुगती दलन रोग भव मूल्यमी तात मार्ग सब विधि हरि ओम आनो भद्रा क्रतवो यन्तु विश्वतो दग्धासो अपरितास उद्भिद देवानो यथा सदमिदवृधे असन्नप्रायुः रक्षितारो दिवे दिवे देवानां भद्रा सुमतिरुजूयताम् देवानां रातिरविनो निवर्तताम् देवानां सख्यमुपसेदि मा वयम् देवान् आयु प्रतिरन्तु जीवसे तान् पूर्वया निविदा भूमहे वयम् अगं मित्रमदितिं दक्षमश्रिदम् अर्यमणं वरुणं सोममश्विना सरस्वती नः सुभगामयस्करत तन्नो वातो मयो भुवातु भेषजम् तन्माता पृथिवी तत्पिताद्यो तद्ग्रावाण सोमसुतो मयो भुवस्तदस्विना शृणुतं धिष्ण्यायुवम् तमीशानं जगतस्तस्तुषस्पतिम् धियं जिन्वमवसे भूमहे वयम् पूषानो यथा वेदसाम सद्हृदे रक्षिता पायुरदब्धस्वस्तये स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृतस्रवा स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदा स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमि स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पति ददातु उषदस्वा मरुत वृष्णीमातर शुभं यावानो विदते सुजग्मय अग्निजिह्वा मनवस्सुरचक्षसो विश्वे नो देवा अवसागमन्यः भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गे स्तुष्टुवांसस्तनूभिर्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः शतमिन्नु शरदो हन्ति देवा यत्रा नश्चक्रा जरसं तनूनाम् पुत्रासो यत्र वितरो भवन्ति मानो मद्यारीरिषदायुर्गन्तो यो शान्तिरन्तरिक्षं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्ति रापः शान्ति रोषधयः शान्ति वनस्पतयः शान्ति विश्वे देवा शान्ति ब्रह्म शान्ति सर्वं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेधि एवारेव एवा यज्ञे एवा इन्द्रः एवा हि पूषन् एवा हि देवा पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदस्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओम्
जय सिया राम। सबके लिए प्रसाद तैयार है, डिनर इज रेडी। समय गवाए बिना और भागदौड़ किए बिना, लेकिन समय भी मत गवाओ क्योंकि ये ऑफिस फिर बंद हो जाएगी, बंद करनी होगी। इसीलिए आप सब समय पर अपना प्रसाद ले ले और उसमें हड़बड़ी न करें। जय सिया राम।